Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome to an Alliance War recap video. As it has been quite a while, assignments came knocking and I had to answer the call, but it's all dealt with now. I am back, and I am back with some good gameplay, some bad gameplay, and some ugly gameplay. So, let's get into it. So my team for War 1 of this video, which is the second to last war of this season, was Hulk, Red Skull, and Kate Bishop. And I'll be honest, recording this voiceover took a couple of takes, because the first take I got deja vu, and I could have sworn that this was from a previous war, and I just uploaded the wrong footage to the editing software. I hadn't. This was just like the second time in a row I've gotten a domino on personal space regen. Just moment of deja vu. Quite funny, I suppose. But we're going to go in here with Red Skull, landing a nice light attack intercept. And, well, it's going to be pretty standard. I haven't even boosted for this fight, I don't think. But rank 3 domino. Really nothing to Red Skull. Red Skull is one of my favourite buffs to ever come out. I think Kabam absolutely nailed it with this guy. Really solid loop. Just absolutely adore the way everything connects. Not sure what happened there with the Unstoppable, but it doesn't matter. We're going to land another heavy anyway, and that heal block will last long enough to allow her to tick out. Just on the shocks and the power burn, and down she goes. So, down in just under 40 seconds, no harm done. Here we have our Hulk fight for the war, and I did claim a few mini-boss fights in this war, but they were ultimately assigned to other people, so I'm again confined to my Path 1 duties. And spoiler alert, we do end up losing this war. So for the last war of the season, which is the clip after this one, I decided to take matters into my own hands and really go in early and put my foot down and say, I want these fights. I want to take down mini bosses, take down fights on Boss Island, and well, we'll see how that goes. So here, the plan for the Hulk fight, as with every single Hulk fight this season, there have been like 10, is just to go straight to the L3 and to hell with everything else. That there was actually quite a scary moment, as he just wasn't throwing specials, and if his power had crept up just a little bit, then he would have thrown an unblockable SP2, and that would have been all she wrote. That would have been me dead. But this here is not a great situation, as he breaks my block, as I try to parry, but he purifies the stun, and then pounds me. Luckily I go unstoppable and we just throw off our SP3. The Masochism is not going to eat this physical vulnerability. He does throw the SP2, and this is going to be lights out in 2 combos. Watch this. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the relic. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dead. Wow. Hulk hits hard. Did you know that? Did you know that, guys? Is that an interesting piece of trivia? That Hulk hits really, really hard? Yeah. Down in just over a minute. Bit scruffy. But we're not going to need Hulk for the rest of this war. His duties are now complete. As I hesitate for a second and then hit the wrong button. This is like the nth time this season that I've hit the wrong button trying to get to that middle island. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway. Moving on, we have a Void, and then we have a Shuri, and we're going to be using Kate Bishop. As per the title of this video, or as per what I intend to title this video, I think I'm going to start a religion about Kate. I mean, that I haven't had an immaculate conception, so that doesn't work, but I'm going to call it Kateianity anyway, and I'm thinking about what my commandments might be. I think I've got 3 decent commandments, which is like, believe in the Kate, don't worship false idols, and by that I mean mid-pin, the kingpin that is mid, and screw Mr. Sinister. Just bully Mr. Sinister whenever you can. Those are going to be my 3 commands of Kateianity, I think. Believe in the Kate, don't worship false mid-pin idols, and bully Sinister. Whenever you see a Mr. Sinister, just bully him with class disadvantage because it's funny. I think those are good commandments, and I can live my life according to those commandments. Anyway, that's enough yapping. I've probably offended like 1 billion people there. Anyway, moving on, we have our second Cold Snap placed. And look, Void's going to place his degen here, and I don't have the combo to deal with it, but he's just going to tick out before I even notice it. Down in less than 40 seconds, but I'm being very efficient with the menus in this war. Do not let myself talk at all. Anyway, we have a Shuri up next. I am lightly boosted here, but if I'm being brutally honest, Kate doesn't need it. Landing a light attack intercept, going for the evade, going for a 12 hit combo in total, and into the SB1. That's like the 4th time I've said that exact sentence on this channel. Dexing out of the last hit, going back in. She's gonna nullify my buff. I don't much care. Dodging out again, going back in. Not quite gonna have enough power, so we just land a nice light attack intercept into an SP1. And that's our second cold snap, and the fight is over. So, yeah, that's GG's. That's GG's as we pause the cold snaps, apply the energy vulnerability, refresh the cold snaps, land the stand-up intercept, which is very flashy and not at all needed. No more buffs are going to be triggering. She's going to tick out before she even begins her SP2. And we're going to move it on here to the final war of the season. And like I said, we did end up losing that first war of this video. And I mean, that was very frustrating. You know, because I did claim mini-boss fights and they were assigned to other people, and then we cock up, and then this, that, and the other happens, and I feel like I should be doing more, but my fights are always going well, and, you know, hey. But this war, I put my foot down, and I said, right, these wars are mine. These fights are mine. I am taking fights on mini-boss nodes, I'm taking fights on Boss Island, and, well, let's get into it. But guess what? My fight on Boss Island got taken by someone else. Amazing! Contrary to the assignments. Isn't that brilliant? It doesn't matter anyway. They had exactly the same counter as me, and they didn't die. So, and he's a good friend. I don't actually care. But, I suppose it denies me content, and that's irritating. But here we have a Korg. I don't even know what rank it is. I assume it's rank 3. On personal space regen. And yeah, I mean, this is the second Korg I've taken, or the third Korg I've taken with Kate Bishop this season. Again, worship Kate, bow down to Kate, whatever. That's the first commandment of Kateianity. That is genuinely how I'm going to live my life now. As I go for the light attack intercept, he's just not going to run into me. And look, I'm going to lose this cold snap. He's being a douche. Don't be a douche. Hey, maybe that should be the 4th commandment of Kateianity. In fact, let's change it. Don't be a dick. That's a much better phrase. Don't be a dick. I think that's a great phrase. It's just infinitely useful. Don't be a dick. You can apply that everywhere. Just don't be a dick, guys. Hey, don't be a dick. Hey, we can take Kateianity and we can actually use it to improve our lives. Think about that. Don't be a dick. What a way to live your life. Don't be a dick. Talking of being a dick, I'm about to be a dick to this dust. I have Future Ant-Man on the team, and I'm going to ignore him. I'm going to ignore him. I'm just going to take this with Kate Bishop just to prove that Dust is a mid defender. I do not understand what the problem is with this champion, but Dust is mid, okay? Just take it from me. I will grant her, however, that the AI in this fight was absolutely abysmal, as somehow she lands this obscene light attack intercept and then double crits me. So now I'm down below half health, which I suppose is another lesson that we can add to Kateianity, which is don't talk smack if you're about to get smacked. I think that's a very good lesson, actually. That's quite catchy. Don't talk smack if you're about to get smacked. But talking of getting smacked, she just doesn't want us to throw this SB2 at all. Luckily, we just about paused that cold snap, and I'm just about going to have time to refresh it before I lose it. Breaking her block, pushing her back over 2 bars of power, and I'm starting to feel more in control now. I'm now winning the health battle, which is nice. So just baiting out another SB2, blocking and dexing, and here just dodging the SP1. No more debuffs are going to get added, and she goes down. So now I can go back to talking smack. Dust is mid, don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, as I believe, yeah, I just hit the wrong button again. I don't know what it is. I just hit the wrong button every time I have to make my way to this middle island. I don't know what's going on. It's just, I suppose, a recurring joke in this video. But we have our first Spider-Ham fight of the video. We have a 7-star rank 3 America Chavez on Do Not Back Down regen. Tactic Defender meets Tactic Attacker. And, I mean, if you haven't had the pleasure of witnessing any 7-star rank 3 Spider-Ham gameplay, let alone a boosted one, I'm not even going to push her above 2 bars of power here. She's just going to throw her L1, and look, she's already gone. She's gone! It really doesn't matter. She's going to throw another one here, just through my block, and it doesn't matter. Because I'm not even going to need another round of Power Sting. She's just going to die from this. Bang. Yeah. Spider-Ham's broken. Spider-Ham is just beyond broken. I'm planning on making a video about who is the most perfect champion in the game. Spider-Ham was on that shortlist. The only reason I'm not making the video about him is because he is just a little bit too broken offensively. But here we have a 6-star rank 5 Ascended Wolverine Weapon X, and going into this war, I don't know, I couldn't quite see the rarity for some reason. I'm getting old. But I thought this would be a 7-star. I thought we'd be up against a right whale. But we're not. We're up against a peasant like me, who only has a 6-star. Nice light attack intercept against the wall, and another one. Here I'm going to go for the L1, apply a disintegration. And this node, again, is buffet over time, but whenever my nano armor ups get nullified, they just get replaced with a passive. And here, with 2 disintegrations, the tiny health pool of Weapon X is just going to be deleted before even the final projectile comes out. That was about as smooth as it's possible to get a Weapon X fight with Future Ant-Man. I don't think you're going to see a smoother takedown of Weapon X with Future Ant-Man on the internet. I don't believe that's possible. But anyway, today, this was filmed today. I wanted to get on with it. I had things that needed doing. And just spent some units to replenish my energy so I can move forward. And here, what is the third commandment of Kattianity? Repeat after me. Bully Sinister. So what are we going to do? We're going to bully Sinister. 7-star, rank 3, awakened, Mr. Sinister, personal space regen, with the energy resistance stat focus, we are still going to bully him. So how exactly am I going to bully him? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something different. I haven't done this at all this season so far, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with the fragility pre-fight. So what this does is it increases my critical damage rating. And what that's going to do is it's going to increase the damage of my critical cold snaps. Yeah, if you're a noob with Kate Bishop and you didn't know that, if you thought her damage was already insane, yeah, you haven't seen the half of it, mate. You can get it to whole new levels if you just apply some fragilities beforehand. She works the same way as Hawkeye or any other champion with this perfect release. And yeah, well, that's going to allow me to punch through any sort of regen he has, because he has enormous energy resistance, he has an enormous health pool, and thus enormous healing, as I actually got degened there. And now I'm going to start playing it slower, but it's okay. I think this is my last fight with Kate Bishop in this war, and yeah, he's healing for like 10k per second. Our cold snaps are doing double that, and you can see, this man's going to go down. How fast was that? That was just over 70 seconds. 400k, Mr. Sinister, class disadvantage, with personal space regen and the energy resistance stat focus. 70 seconds. Punching up, by the way, that was a rank 3 against a 6-star rank 6. Yeah, bully Sinister. The third commandment of Kattianity. On top of don't be a dick. Anyway, here we have a slightly more standard matchup. Spider-Ham loves to bully people anyway. You don't need a religion to tell you that. And I'm going to be using, again, the Power Start 1 boost, just to make sure I get his charges nice and low pretty quickly. And I'm going to be cycling the L1s to keep doing that. Baiting is heavy, trying to apply as many pork pops as possible. I'm not too fussed about pushing him to L2. If he throws an L1, it's alright. I'm willing to take this slowly. He has the hazard shift, and it should be topping me up with the tactic. But here we are going to push him above 2 bars of power, and you can see that was over 100k burst. Just going to block that. No need for risk in this one. It's my last fight of the season, as it turns out. He has 11 Porker Boppers and goes down. Now, I was meant to take the Destroyer on Boss Island, but when I logged into the game later, I saw that it had already been taken. But it was taken very competently, and that makes it okay. And logging into the game, as you can see, it was a win, and it was a win because our opponents died 117 times, which is beyond stupid. I don't even want to know what that comes to. I think it comes to like three and a bit, like over 3.5 deaths per player, which is just embarrassing. And it's probably a sign that we have let this war season slip quite badly if the algorithm thinks that that is our opponent. And yeah, we died over 70 times. I'll tell you why. Because we stopped caring. We stopped caring because we noticed that they were dropping like flies. So we just stopped investing resources or effort or brain cells for that matter. So it really didn't matter. But anyway, that is just about all I have for you today. And that is just about all we have from the Alliance War season. Maybe I'll post the rewards if the rewards opening is interesting. It might not be. I don't know. I don't care. Anyway, if you have made it this far, then thank you very much for watching. Praise Kate Bishop, praise Katianity, and bye-bye.